Because we're about to scream, my cat is in my face.
I mean, where else would a cat be?
That is the appropriate place for cats.
Yes.
It does seem
He's
to be.
my 16-pound loaf.
Well, that's a big loaf.
He's the one that I picked up the other day, and everyone was like, "That sounds like a heavy cat." And I'm like, "He's a loaf."
Ah.
I have one like that too.
Because he was draped over my arms, and I couldn't type, and I had to heave him away. I love you, kitty. Come here.
Aww. So,
My loaf.
welcome back to Captain Reboot's Tyranny of Dragons ongoing saga of the Sovereign Seven. We are currently in the midst of a side quest, diving into the Doom Vault in an effort to disrupt the plans of a red mage and potentially recover Valandra's mother, a genie who has been bound into the service of the Red Wizard. Along the way, a rebel Red Wizard, Serana, has asked them to form one half of a two-pronged attack. They are a pince of the pincer attack. And as the other party makes its way east, further into the forests of slaughter, the party, I believe, is preparing to head to the northwest towards what is labeled on their convenient map as the Ooze Grotto. That's right, folks. It's the bathing suit episode.
Oh, man.
Yep, that's it.
You all wanted to see a rat in a bikini.
We all do. Every good anime has one, and where else are we going to do it? So, the party...
I was unaware this was an anime. I will need to change my playstyle.
It's sort of this. It's like the interim resty one, or maybe not. Who knows? We'll find out when you lower that magical barrier that separates the two areas. Now, your assisting team has already short-circuited the black circle in this room. There's a little bit of a magical spark, and you realize that the person working on it got a bit of a shock, so there is a trick to it. Probably something any of the arcane party members could handle fairly easily, but maybe don't give it to the dwarf unless you want to see the dwarf get shocked, in which case, do give it to the dwarf. So, the party has, in this very area, defeated a number of cockatrices. They have defeated 2 gorgons, giant metal bowls with breath weapons that could turn them into stone, and they also fought several hook horrors, blind creatures that feel their way about with enormous hooks. They lay dead and desiccated and broken up and all sorts of nasty all over the floor and around. But the party's caught its breath, had a second to settle. No alarm bells going off at the moment. And anything that they would like to do before they walk over and use their gate key to lower that white barrier.
So we do have the map and we know the names of the sections,
Sure
right?
do. You have the map and it is on that handout. Hopefully that's still available to you.
Yeah.
Yep, that map has been handed to you.
Okay.
And
I was just making sure in character
Yep.
we had the same information.
100% in character. It's a little rough, and the details are a little sketchy. X, who has been here before, had some knowledge of the Northeast, but you guys decided to go for the direct route, heading up along the western side.
Valandra would ask if anyone knows anything about oozes. Oozai?
Oozai?
Oozes.
Oosquai.
Oostquai.
Don't stand
What
on
role
them.
would that be?
I feel like probably in the Arcana range would be the wisest choice to make. I mean,
Gooey.
they are gooey.
Unpleasant. They're gooey and unpleasant.
They're gooey and unpleasant, so
Possibly a stick.
I feel that you would know some of the general rules about oozes. And those are, oozes are color-coded for your convenience. But I don't know if you have your handy-dandy reference chart to say which one does which thing. So you're like, yeah, there's some that you don't want to touch with metal. There's a few that fire bad. There's a few that fire good. There's one or two that lightning bad. There's a couple that cold good. There's a few that you just don't want to deal with. And then there's the ones that like mess with your head. So you have some basic ooze theory, but I don't think you got very far in Ooze 101.
We only had that one book.
Only had that one book. And all the ooze
I
pages were stuck together.
Okay. I do have the Bestiary of Dangerous Things. I don't know if there are any oozes in that.
I mean, there are. Unfortunately, it's a black and white book, and it just references all the colors.
Oh no.
Please see
Color
illustration.
Color printing is expensive, man.
It is. It is. It just
Printing.
ratchets it up. I mean, it's what you call when you, imprint an imp and have them do it for you. I'm not sure what we're going for here.
Color scribing.
Color scribing.
Anyway.
Crayons. So, any preparations to be made, spells to be cast, potions to be drunk, etc., before you lower the border?
Is there any reason I shouldn't take cockatrice feathers? Just as a souvenir.
Is there any reason you shouldn't?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
Waverly
weird.
Waverly would like to take a few cockatrice.
That's a weird negative question. So,
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
are you asking me or are you asking your friends?
I am asking the group as a whole.
So, let's remind everyone what a cockatrice looks like
There's
in
feathers
general.
there. There's feathers there.
Hey, she's asking this time. It's character development.
Yeah.
It is. This is movement in perhaps the right
Very
direction.
unusual.
I love how it's balanced on a single toe.
They're dainty.
This is like a millisecond of time as it runs.
You think that, but really the cockatrice is a huge fan of the Karate Kid, so they just stand there all day, every day, just waiting for the opportunity. So as far as I'm concerned, you can harvest as many cockatrice feathers as you like. The rest of your friends...
Any objections? Okay, well then I'm taking a handful of cockatrice feathers.
Pluck, pluck, pluck. Okay.
Your heart's delayed.
You obtain a handful of cockatrice feathers. Now, are you just going for decoration style, in which case you pick like the biggest, brightest one? Or are you trying to harvest these for any nefarious purposes?
No, just the biggest, brightest, prettiest ones.
You put a feather in your cap, I assume.
Pretty, quote unquote.
Yeah. I mean, it goes amazing with the tiara. You're probably going to want to switch out to like the ruby tiara to really get the effect, but set to go.
Can we see through the white gate at all, or is it completely opaque?
You cannot see through it. It is completely opaque. It's actually blindingly white. So as you stare into it, your eyes just go pew until you look away. So let's try a thing. I think I'm going to make the world dark and then light again. And the Forest of Slaughter will seem faded out and somewhat less important. Perhaps it's no longer the feature area of the map you are on. Who knows?
Oh.
And can everyone see themselves?
Uh-huh.
I think I got everybody.
Yes.
And
Yep.
2 important questions. Please, a request and a question.
I can see everyone but the sprite, I think.
Whoops, Sprite, where'd you go? Oh, I didn't carry the Sprite over. The Sprite's too new. I didn't copy the Sprite.
Zenova has her familiar too, right?
I believe
That's
the
Not
Sprite.
anymore. The owl.
No, the owl is Valandra's familiar, who is currently petrified. Zainava had a pseudo-dragon, but resummoned it as a sprite because sprites have flying and invisibility at will, which seems like a good scout for a dungeon.
It does.
Fair enough.
So, then I will ask you to please arrange yourselves as you might be when somebody, and then I'm going to ask who, lowers the white gate.
Who had the key?
X was holding on to the key.
Does X want to lower the gate?
You can be adjacent to the gate while still kind of behind more
I'll
than
go ahead and
Valandra
keep that
there.
open, yeah.
Okay. So, X, could you please roll me an Arcana check? Don't botch it.
I cast guidance.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and throw that guidance in there, but X is just like old hat at this. He just reaches out, beep, and the gate falls, revealing some things. Let's look at what that gate might reveal. Beep, beep, beep.
Revealing initiative.
Not quite, but soon, perhaps. So what that reveals is a large room with a red pillar smack dab in the middle of it. An enormous pillar of thick liquid stretches from floor to ceiling in this cavern. Embedded within the pillar is a whispering, liquid, viscous liquid, very thick. Bubbles take a long time to move through it. But embedded within the pillar is a whispering, crimson-robed human form. To the northeast is a black gate, and east of the gate is a contact stone. Now, you can tell that the humanoid figure within the pillar is whispering because as the bubbles break the surface of the liquid, the whisper comes out with the bubble. So you hear ooze, oozes, oozai, Ezekiel, floozy, jacuzzi, oozy floozy jacuzzi. And just other ooze-related musings. They don't seem to make much sense. And the pillar and the being within has not reacted to you lowering the gate or your observation.
Can I tell if it's noticed us? Like it hasn't
Sure,
reacted,
give me let's call it that, an insight. Ooh, pretty good on that insight. It doesn't seem to be aware of you yet. It's not looking towards you. The head shape has not turned in your direction. But
Like we don't see details. It's just like a vague shape.
It's
Like,
kind of
can't tell if it's human or what.
It's
like-
human shaped, so you would say human, elven, one of those races of the human size. I guess maybe hobgoblin or half orc, but a little lithe for that. But it's deep within this pillar, and that pillar is a good 10 to 15 feet wide and not entirely translucent. So you see sort of the human outline floating within it. It's not facing towards you, and you didn't see the head shape move like it's acknowledging you. But at the same time, I mean, this is the Ooze Grotto, and that's a lot of viscous flowing liquid.
Perhaps avoid the pillar.
So which way is the figure facing?
So the figure is currently facing to the north and west. So off in that direction. You think you're behind it.
I don't like how he
I mean, we could try and sneak past. I think everyone knows how well that's going to go, but we could try.
Hey,
We have to do something with the black thing, don't we?
Chloe's not here with her muddy boots, but yes, they have requested that you wreck hijinks with all the black gates as you pass. And that does take a few seconds and an action.
Does it make any noise or anything?
It activates the black gate, which causes a portal to appear. So it does have some visual and a little bit of a bzzzt kind of noise.
But kind of the same thing that it just didn't notice with the white portal disappearing?
Correct. Yep.
So there's a chance it could not? Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure no matter what we do, it's gonna wake up at the worst moment. Or pay attention or whatever.
Like an old pro.
So do we want to just fucking ambush it before it gets a chance to do that?
It's in an ooze. We don't know specifically what that color is going to do to anything we poke it with.
That's true, but
So is this ooze, this red thing in the middle, is this like one place where there's ooze? Is everything else dry?
Everything else looks dry. Cavern walls. I mean, there's a little moisture. It's rough-hewn rock. It's not, polished marble or anything like that. So, I mean, there could be other oozes around, perhaps, if you were to investigate or percept the area. He hints.
Well, then I will move up to Valandra. Hey, Valandra, do you want to inspect this area with me?
Valandra is currently talking to the pizza guy, so is gonna need a second. Sorry.
I mean, pizza's very important on adventures, so
Given that I'm currently with Valandra, I would agree.
There we go.
Valandra would do way better on the check, and I could just help.
Okay.
Find out things.
So with the help and assistance, it's very unlikely that you guys are going to fail as miserably as you would need to. You do inspect the area, and unless it was completely impossible to detect, you do not believe there are any other oozes or slimes or creatures in this area other than that big pillar right in the middle. Now, it does spread out a little at the top and a little at the bottom, kind of like a foot. So it's narrower in the middle of the tube, sort of suction to the top and suction to the bottom.
Is this basically like a Jell-O mold with a dude inside it?
You got it. It's a festive holiday event.
The
The
world's worst dessert.
If at all possible.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta vanish for like 3 minutes here. I'll be right back.
Sure. Now, I will say, since Valandra is not the stealth master for you guys, if you did want to take advantage of anything stealthy, you could still move forward a bit.
And you said the button or whatnot is over there?
You
Use
got
the
it.
button to turn it on?
So you take the key, the crystal key that currently X has, you apply it to the pedestal, and you focus arcanely upon it to overload it and send it into a disturbed state.
Upset it.
You get it upset. It's basically like hitting all the elevator buttons at once.
Would Dawn be able to do that as a bird, or does he have to be him?
I feel like Dawn could try that as a bird.
Dawn is good. I think going to like the fly up towards the ceiling and like come down here and perch on what can be just jam the crystal thing if he lets go of it, because I kind of remember him wanting to hold on to that.
I feel like he can't defend himself until he starts talking, so you can relieve him of it.
Okay. Everyone okay with that idea?
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
fine. I'm just gonna. I mean, I think that once it's active, then the Jello mold guy will start noticing that someone's there. But
Oh, absolutely. All hell's gonna break loose.
Oof.
and then it's
Do I have to roll anything? Or...
Yes, an Arcana check, please. Don't botch. Oh, you're fine. A little bit of poking here, a little bit of prodding there, and with a zoom, the ring goes active and into an overcharged state. And as you're standing there, you realize a few things. One, the room goes on a bit off in this direction. And you can see a brilliant pillar of light over a dark black pool further away to the south and west. To the north and west...
I was going to say, we want to go north and west.
North and west, you can see the cavern continues on, but you haven't quite got to the point where you can see around that corner yet. From the red pillar, a few more bubbles pop the surface.
I am back, by the way.
Bubble, burble, pop, pop, fizz. Just nonsense whispering, it seems.
He's going to fly back if nothing happened, and then poof back to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And as himself, he'll say, to the south, there's a pillar of light surrounded by a dark pool, which I most likely is another sort of ooze. We wanted to go north, though. I would suggest we just keep heading towards our goal. Dalliances at this point will do no one any good.
Should we try and sneak past or attack the red pillar?
If we don't need to fight it, I suggest we don't. It didn't seem to do anything while I was in there, but I was also very small.
at the very least we can try to get to the other side of it so that we can run away, as opposed to being stuck in this area and having to fight everything that comes our way.
Give it a wide berth, and hopefully it won't notice.
I will cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Presuming we're about to make a stealth check
That's a
in the
good
next
idea.
minute.
That seems like what's about to happen. So if you would all please start moseying on along and travel about 25 feet or so, and then please roll me a stealth check for anyone who's in motion.
This is where 25 feet is, ish.
Here you said about?
About 25 feet, yep. Basically where you would get to as the stealthy music plays, and we find out how well or poorly the stealthing was done. And then if I could start to see some stealth rolls, please.
Oh no.
That was not what I expected from Ash, but there we go.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wow.
Of course you give the guidance to the wrong person.
I give the guidance to the person who historically needs it.
Oh. We're in trouble, guys.
So, you're all creeping along, and surprisingly, Valandra's just on it. Like, Waverly is a ghost in Valandra's shadow, and Valandra herself is shadowing quite well. However, Telaise, I don't know what you're carrying that made noise, but maybe a few too many extra instruments today, because something goes pwank,
Plang.
and
Twang.
you hear, oh?
Of course.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
And
Sigh.
bobbing up and down inside the ooze, turning slowly in your direction, the humanoid figure waves its arms, flaps about, and says, "Ah, welcome, welcome. We appreciate your efforts. We enthuse with the ooze. We delight in what you are about to become. Join us. Join with the ooze. Feel the ooze." And as it talks to you, you see tendrils start drifting outwards, but not in some hasty, bludgeoning fashion. These are welcoming tendrils. They want to hug you. I don't know that you want to be hugged, however.
I cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And after the experience with Dawn, no, on our spar session, I don't want to be hugged by anything made of tentacles.
Let's go ahead and bring up initiative as the ooze seems aware as Valandra begins to lay down some sacred flame.
Guys.
Hang on a second here. Let me get this cleared off. I apologize. All right, go ahead and click the tokens and give them an add. Waverly, I'll get you added on there.
What the hell? I'm not doing so hot tonight, guys.
Jesus. Yeah, and Valandra's doing ridiculous.
Are you sure you're rolling on your sheet and not mine?
Waverly had the 18.18. All right, let's go ahead and bring someone to the screen.
Ooze Master?
He has a bad name. I didn't come up with this one.
Doesn't even have a picture. It's just
Can't
Ooze
blame
Master.
me. He's a big pillar of
They
red.
call him Ooze Master.
Oh, how did I not get that one? Oh, that would have been so much better. Going for that next time. But Waverly, as Valandra gives you the hop hop chop chop, that she's about to drop the sacred flame, you get the first reaction though. Waverly, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know if you've ever tried. Even if it's only sticky, I don't know if you've ever tried to clean something sticky out of fur. It's just no. I am going to. Oh gosh. Is this even the sort of thing you can shoot an arrow at? Will that do anything?
There is one way to find out.
Why don't just fire and continue running?
Yeah.
Speed, I don't believe.
Let's try an arrow and see if that does a thing.
Let's try an arrow. Please go ahead and try an arrow. That is a pretty good arrow, but wait, Waverly, that ooze, it's so charming. It's so inviting. It so wants to welcome you in that I need to ask you for a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw as you fire upon your new friend.
Oh no!
Oh,
Not wisdom saves. Oh god!
no.
I'm so nervous now. Oh god.
Oh,
Waverly, well shot. The arrow flies into the red ooze. You see the arrow strike. You see the ooze twitch and writhe. And then you see the arrow disappear.
did it look hurt?
Think maybe it did a little something, but maybe is not as much as you would have hoped.
Unsurprising.
Try your magical arrows next time.
Yeah. In the meantime, let's hide behind Valandra.
It's hide behind Valandra.
Keep going.
So, Waverly, as you duck behind Valandra and you start to hide, you notice that the ooze, the welcoming, hugging, friendly tentacles don't seem distracted by your hiding efforts. In fact, they seem to track you no matter where you move, no matter what you do. It's almost as if this creature has some sort of blind sight
Oh,
that would be
rude.
very difficult to hide from.
Rude.
Indeed. Waverly, anything else for you?
Some
No,
sort of blind sight.
Some sort
you
of
say.
blind
That doesn't
some
make any
sort of
sense.
blind sight.
Mm,
Yeah, I think that'll be my turn for now.
You got it. Now, Mord, what are you doing as this friendly, welcoming ooze invites you into its home?
Mord takes a look at the Ooze Master.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to move up towards the hallway to the north and just take a peek through.
Ooh. That was unbarbarian of you, but probably wise. So, let's go ahead and draw some pictures. Boop. 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 Boop.
I don't know what you're booping, but I can't. There it is.
There it is. Takes a second here. So, Mord peeks to the north and to the west and sees a cavern, quite large. The walls are dry white stone, as is the clean floor. Toward the center, Mord, you can just make out a massive, cracked black pillar rising towards the dark ceiling above.
Is it oozy?
It is not. It is solid and black and rather sturdy looking. Probably
Okay.
a load-bearing column.
I am not a fan of the way that the borders of this next room are marked clearly on the floor. It's not a good sign.
I mean, sometimes these things happen.
Okay. So Mord is going to yell out to the rest of the team.
Probably gonna happen.
Looks like the room ahead is clear,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see the gate in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to fight for too long, so just head up on ahead. And then he'll draw his sword and prepare to attack the Ooze Master.
Prepare to attack?
As in, he will actually attack.
Okay. Those are some good attacks. That is a magical longsword, and that is 23 points of magical longsword damage.
Wait, the 12 hits?
It's an ooze. It's
An
a
eight will
pillar.
probably
I understand it's a big ooze. It could have like
Oozes
pseudopods
have
that go. "Meh."
terrible ACs.
So Mord looks surprised as he swings a 4.5-foot-ish sword at a 10-foot wide pillar and manages to connect. You think maybe he should be a little more confident.
Oh, that swing was just a terrible swing. God, I'm so stupid. Oh man, I've been raging so much I haven't been taking a look at my form.
Oh, that's bad, is what that is. So yes, you do slash into the massive red form. And if you would do me a favor.
Sure,
Oh
maybe.
dear.
Is that going to be a wisdom saving throw?
No, it's not a wisdom saving throw. It's unfortunately 10 points of acidic damage as the red goo just sprays back over you, burning your hands and forearm and maybe singeing a bit of your beard off. Mord, any other activity for you?
Nope, that's going to be it.
Valandra, what are you up to?
I had cast Sacred Flame.
You may certainly do so.
I
That's what you rolled it up there. Hang on.
yeah, I
Where'd
rolled
go?
it when I said I did it.
Sorry about it. It's up there
DC
somewhere.
16 or 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant damage. DC 16, that is a wisdom, correct?
Yes. I am hoping this. Oh.
He is wise. He is wily. He is ooze. Valandra, any other activity?
He is ooze. Let me see. I don't know if I want to waste a spell slot on this guy.
He's Mr. Ooze Master. He's Mr. Wise.
I will move up here. Is that adjacent to it? Because it's kind of in the...
Let's shift him a little bit. There.
Okay.
So we'll move him. He is now officially there.
Okay. So yeah, I will move up. And... Sorry, just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that's it.
You got it. That's going to bring up our sprightly friend. Is our sprite going to be doing anything other than clinging to Zay? No, clinging to, sorry, Meridia.
Meridia. And
Meridia, sorry.
No. No, she's only got 2 little squishy.
I mean, just because you're squishy, means you're probably going to die. So, as the ooze is rejected, its love rebuffed.
I believe that was actually Meridia's initiative.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
It looks like the sprite is on the initiative and Meridia is not.
Oh,
so.
Then Meridia, let's get you back around the top of the order here. What are you doing?
I'm going to blast him.
Okie doke. What you going to blast him with?
And also think that it's real gross and question if this was a good life choice for me.
I mean, this is what happens when you listen to people. That is a blast, and that is a hit, and that is 10 points of forceful damage. How many more of those do you get?
One more.
One more.
Jeez.
Nice shot.
That's good.
It does not seem to have any ability to resist your force damage. And a spray of red goo blasts out the far side. Anything else for you?
Sorry, Mord.
It was.
I think it's more on the opposite side from where the black.
Okay, good.
So
That
I don't
way.
think I'm affected.
Yeah, it was just
Great.
it was flavor, not actual.
Well, I mean, I was hoping, but I guess I got shot down. Now, unfortunately, this creature, this ooze, seems to be wise and wily and somewhat magical, as it incants little bubbles coming out with arcane whispers and words in them, and then it all gets rather stinky, rather poisonous, and rather hard to see, as a cloud kill is invoked.
I don't want that to happen. I want to counterspell that. That sounds cool.
Oh, I love you. Oh my
Nice.
god, I love that you have counterspell.
Oh boy. So please cast the counterspell. At what level
I
are you?
helped her build her character, Ash, so...
At,
Oh,
You can't choose the level because she's a
It's
warlock.
always she's a warlock. It's always at max.
always at max. And what is your max level currently? You are casting
she
at
has 4th level spells
fourth
right
level
now.
spells. Okay. So that is a 4th level counter spell. There is a small chance that this could fail. DC
makes
equals
a
10 plus the
charisma
spell
check.
level. So I
Yep.
need a DC 15 charisma check from you.
Before that gets rolled, if I was also intending to counterspell, would you require both of them to be expended at the same time?
No,
Okay.
you could say I got it. Oh, that doesn't look like it's going to do it though.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast one at level 3.
Okay. And then I need a DC 15 for whatever you're doing.
Yep, and I'm gonna burn my session inspiration
Mm-hmm.
because literally nobody likes a cloud kill.
Oh wow.
Nobody does like a cloud kill. The Ooze Master does not seem at all pleased with this turn of events, and lashes out at Valandra
Bring
with
it.
a pseudopod. Valandra, Does a 24 hit?
It does.
Valandra, that is 12 plus 13 points. 25, I think. Of
Nope,
bludgeoning. 18.
Because I have acid resistance.
Ooh, very nice. So, as you shake off the worst of it, you can hear little burbles and mutters and whispers, disgruntled happenings. Telaise, however, what are you up to?
I'm gonna viciously mock it.
You go ahead and start viciously mocking that thing, and it is going to do a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Not so good this time. And
He has disadvantage as the next attack.
as the psychic damage smacks into it, it just seems to gibber to itself disadvantageously. That. Telaise, anything else for you?
Not right now. No, not right now. I'll save inspirations for when we really need it.
Sure. X, what you up to?
So the pseudopods that are coming out of this guy, do they look like they're able to go past the little radius around him?
You would say you've seen them reach out to about 10 feet so far. Maybe it could get further. You don't really know.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do that anyway. Okay. So we're gonna move our 25 feet here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, Mord touched it, and it got all acidy and springy. And I don't really do damage, so...
Little frosty frost on it?
Little frosty frost.
Little frosty frost. As you fire your little frosty frost, it strikes it. It does 4 points of cold damage. The ooze does not seem to resist. No, it doesn't resist. It doesn't react. It seems completely immune to your cold-based attack.
I
Does
don't
it still
have a
have
cold
its
punch.
movement speed dropped?
Say it again?
Still have its movement speed dropped?
I'm going to say probably not, but it may not matter.
Fair enough.
Good question. I'll determine it if it comes up.
And I have no cold-based pun, so that'll be the end of my turn.
You got it. Dawn, how about it?
Dawn is going to Gnome all the way over to here.
Gnome?
Around, just like make a wide berth around, like this direction.
Wait, hang on. Gnome in the spots that you're gnuming. Because I think that's going to put you within 10 feet of it and then take you out of 10 feet of it. So it's
yeah, it's
probably
definitely going to happen.
Okay,
like
so
here.
as you gnome past, it will reach out and try and swat you with its pseudopod. Swat. 11?
No.
No swat for you.
Dodgy dodge. And Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, that'll hit.
Choom choom.
Choom choom. 19 points of damage dealt. Eldrickly. Dawn, anything else for you?
Nope, just we should be leaving.
We should be, but nobody wants to leave a party with the ooze. Waverly, what are you doing?
So I had an idea. This might be crazy.
I mean, the best ones are.
I would like to cast Hideous Laughter on it.
Okay. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny, falls into fits of laughter. A creature, nope. Okay, so he's smarter than 4. We've passed that hurdle. I see no reason why this can't work.
I'm so excited for
And
this.
you really wish you did.
Nope. I'm just gonna glance
Can
over
it
here, double check
Can
myself.
it fall prone?
I mean, it can't really fall. Well, no, it can. It could fall prone. I'm not
It
sure.
can definitely become incapacitated.
Could definitely become
The pillar
incapacitated.
just falls on its side. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. It is immune to prone, so it cannot fall prone.
Oh, okay.
But let's roll this wisdom saving throw here. Oh boy.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Just gonna double check myself real quick here. This is not a charmed condition. No, this is just a giggling fit. So, yes, the inviting bubbles that you've heard, the little whispers and arcane syllables have become little burbles of laughter. You hear, ha ha, hee hee, ho ho. They're coming to take us away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho.
Oh my god, it's like Jello.
It's happy Jello.
It's the
Happy
Pillsbury
acid.
Doughboy.
It's just got
Happy acid Jello.
happy acid Jello. A lot of stuff going on right here. But Waverly, now that you've made a giggling Jello, I missed it. It laughs like a bowl full of jelly. So Waverly, what are you doing now?
I'm going to just back away to the hallway here,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Few steps back.
Would you
Mord.
back? Okay.
That brings us back to Mord. Now, Mord, you got hit with this acid, and as you're standing there, you're like, "Ooh, may I have a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please?"
Okay.
Ooh.
Is this related to poison in any way, or is it just acid?
Acid. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. This is no problem, but maybe not so close to the big ooze monster.
So,
Okay.
so do we want to just try and walk by?
Yeah, so
Because
Mord's going to yell
laughing
out,
now.
guys, I can't really do... Me fighting this up close isn't going to do much. We should run, and if you want to attack it, do it on the way out. And he is going to hold his action until everyone has gone past, in which case he will take the dash action.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
So Valandra.
It's incapacitated. I don't think it can do attacks of opportunity.
It cannot do attacks of opportunity.
For now.
For the moment.
X is going to be looking at the gate.
Yeah.
So the gate
Why?
has been rigged. Your Dawn snuck over in bird form and was able to activate the gate. So you are clear to move on if you should choose to.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, good. I missed that part.
Mhm.
Valandra
Hang
will
on.
move over
Question.
here. Oh,
Question. Don't we need a new key to move on?
You will need a new key to get through to the next set of gates, to get beyond this point. Someone in here is carrying that key. Could be the Ooze Master, or maybe it's not.
we need a new key to get beyond this gate.
To get
Up here?
to get out of the Ooze Grottos, to get to the new area.
Oh, okay.
So to get to the Predator pools, you would need a key that is attuned to them, and the key you have right now is only attuned to the forest and the ooze. So you could get through to this place, but now you must recover a key to get into the next area. But you can open all the doors in the Ooze Grotto.
Okay. I will do the same thing as Mord.
Okay. And Valandra, if I could ask you for a Constitution saving throw. DC is 15. Going up against acid. you're just fine. But again, standing near bubbling, acidy laughter, not as tasty as imagined. Say it again for me. Is it Meridia?
Sure
It
is Meridia.
Yep.
Meridia, thank you. Bad with names. And Meridia, what are you up to?
Hang on, I'm technical issues. I'm trying to figure out
sure.
how to do something.
To get all the way there, you'd have to dash.
Yeah, well, I mean, she didn't really want to fight this in the first place, so I'm not really. If everybody else is down with getting out of here, I'm super down with that.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we can still take pot shots at it, so. It's just
Well,
that
keep in
attacking
mind
in
it
melee
gets
isn't
another
great.
save against Hideous Laughter if we damage it, and it has advantage on that save.
So then I'm gonna. Can I fit there? I'm gonna go over here, and then I suppose I'll shoot it on my way past.
Don't shoot it!
Wait, why can't I shoot it?
Because it'll get another save to break the hideous laughter.
Oh,
It's
right,
currently
okay. I
incapacitated.
won't shoot it. Nope, I won't shoot it. I'll just go
Why
over there.
Yeah, why don't you dash so we
You
have
wanna
room
move
to
more?
buy you?
I'm nervous about going into that room.
Just come up
The
to
line
here.
and the
Yeah,
thing?
come up to just come up to here so that we have room to get by.
Yes.
Sounds good. So
and
as the
probably I
party's
should bring my Sprite with me, kind of.
So as the party is shouting instructions to one another over the sounds of this burbling laughter, the Ooze Master does get a saving throw to try and rally itself. Standard save, Wisdom. Ooh.
So it does save, but that's the end of its turn.
It does save at the end of its turn. So that last bit of bubble and laughter comes out a little bit sour, perhaps. Telaise, you feel the Ooze Master has regained its sensibilities. What are you up to?
So, can I stand here safely in these spaces?
Sure.
Okay.
The gate. So the black gate has been tampered with. It is not active as a teleportation circle at the moment, though. It's just tampered with.
Okay. So I'm just gauging where it's safe. So I will move along the wall and this should be 15 feet out of its reach.
So that'll be within 10 because it goes from its own edge. So
Okay. So she
it
wants
can
me within.
reach to there.
You want to be like there.
That it ccannot reach, or at least has not demonstrated the ability to do so.
Okay, so she's gonna go there, and since it's fine to hit it now, she's gonna mock him again.
Poor little guy. +4 to whatever that is. That is a 19, so he passes the save. No damage dealt, though he is still.
No. Save
What?
is 16.
He has a plus. He has a +4.
Oh, okay.
Casey clicked wisdom instead of
Wisdom save. Yep, you got it.
Gotcha.
That's it. Telaise, any other activity for you? You got it. X, would you do me a favor and roll me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw? Starting your turn within that bubbly gas. Whoa. X, please take 6 points of acidic damage as you just want to join the Ooze Master, but perhaps not, as you abjure, I think, it away.
Yep. And then I'll... Oh! Shit, I must not have been paying attention. Sorry, Dawn. You already did the thing.
Yep.
I will take the scary unknown room as opposed to the scary known room.
And as you step out of the ooze's reach, a tentacle reaches out to try and slap you around a bit. 18?
18 will do it.
For 17. It's 8 bludgeoning,
Okay.
9 acid.
I will take 2 damage. And then, as my action, I will cast non-detection on myself.
Okay. You do so. And as you do, you find yourself within a room of dry stone with a black pillar in the middle. And we ask Dawn, who's standing on the very ledge of that room.
See, I'm not dead.
A small foot, maybe 2 foot step up into this nice, smooth room from the rather rough-hewn cavern before.
Okay, so it's a step.
Little step up.
Well, it's not laughing anymore.
He's not laughing.
It's smacking things.
He is smacking.
So he's going to Pume.
Ooh.
And then he'll let everyone to follow and dart around this corner with a new friendo.
Mm-hmm. And as you do, we come to the top of the turn order. And at the top of the turn order is when things happen.
Of course it is.
I mean, why wouldn't they happen at the top of the turn order? And for a reason, we're going to hit a button. And a thing has happened.
I told you I didn't like that the borders of the room were marked out.
What?
White maw. I am guessing it is a very large ooze.
What would give you that impression? As we ask Waverly. Waverly, what are you doing as a sense of dread comes from the north and the west?
Well,
Waverly, get over here.
yeah, that is definitely a good plan. I could run over to where Telaise is. This is if I run through here. That's.
Well, you can disengage as a bonus action. And then move and dash and get 50 feet.
Do we do that on the same turn?
Yeah.
that's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, is that
No,
too many?
No, that's as a rogue you can dash or disengage as a bonus action. You still have your action, so you can do that as your action as well.
I know. I was just trying to count actions and bonus actions, and I'm tired.
Yep, no, you're totally good.
Okay. So, movement to about here, disengage.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, get all the way over here.
You got it.
All right, bye.
You hop up the small step. Well, that's actually a big step for you. But other than that, seems like an uneventful trip. Mord, you're still within 10 feet of the Ooze Master, Mord. Wait a second. Nope, Telaise didn't make it past you, so the held action to dash did not trigger yet.
It did not.
So could I have a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please? You're just fine.
Yep. Oh boy. What to do here?
If I recall, we did give you a bow as well.
Yep. I remember. I just don't. I mean, if it was going to move, I was going to sentinel it to stop it from moving.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. So Mord is going to stay where he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to he is going to do the same thing as he did last turn. No, actually, he's going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Yep, that's what he's going to do.
Mord takes the dodge action.
Wait, no, that's useless.
No, wait,
I have
no, you already have the cloak of displacement.
I have. Yep, I remembered it just as I said that. Nope, same thing as last turn.
Okay. All right. Now I'm confused.
Ready action to dash.
Ready action to dash. Let's come back around here. So that was Mord, and now we're to Valandra.
Okay, I will. Yeah, well, I will disengage and move there.
You got it. And that brings us to Meridia.
All right.
No reason not to blast it now.
Right. Yeah, but I'm gonna try about hexing him first.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's you roll that after you hit with an attack.
Yep, you cast the hex
We
spell.
pretend I did it in the other order.
Yep, you got it. So as long as you hit, which you do twice, that's 13, that's 24. 24 points of damage.
So roll the hex once more.
Yep, it's per hit.
You get it on each.
You got it.
Okay, my bad.
Hey, no problem. All kinds of new stuff happening.
So 29.
29. However, it looks as though it's shrugging off a portion of that necrotic damage, which makes it 24, because math is hard.
Hex also allows you to choose something that it gets disadvantage on.
True. What type of ability score would you like it to have disadvantage on?
Let me consult with my senpai real.
Okay.
Let's see. Honestly, probably. Well,
it's not on attack rolls, right? It's just
no. It's ability checks.
Ability checks.
So it's not going to do attacks or saves. So usually the thing is like, wisdom, so it has disadvantage on perception, or strength, so it has disadvantage on grappling.
Yeah, that I can't.
Let's do that. Do that. It's got
probably just strength. I don't see anything that's going to be terribly helpful. But...
All right, I'll defer to you and your infinite wisdom.
Sounds good. Infinite wisdom applied. And as that happens, the Oozmaster makes its attack.
Well, wait. Whoop. She can still move.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to go into that room.
Okay.
And I don't want to get any closer to the Oozmaster.
You could take a step directly behind Valandra, so you're less in a line.
Perfect.
Oh, that's
let the little girl go in the front of me.
Yep.
Seems reasonable. So as that happens, another thing happens.
Oh, of course.
And Telaise, I have good news and I have bad news.
What is it?
Okay. The good news is that it's not happening to you.
Oh, thank God.
The bad news is the PTSD is real as black tentacles begin to rise from the ground as the Oozmaster casts Everard's black tentacles. You can see that they're going to attack a chunk of the party. Is anyone doing anything about it? X, I think you might be on the wrong side of the wall for this one, though.
What's going on? Huh? What?
Exactly.
There's a black pillar over there.
There's a black pillar over there. That you can see. So, as the black tentacles rise...
Ooh, that's not a whole lot of...
I was hoping for the text, actually, because the text is what says that starting on your turn, things happen and you take some damage, and unfortunately it threw up the other stuff. Hang on here. Show me the message. Dook dook. All right, and that is going to be a 20-foot square, which looks... One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you please draw the square?
That's what I'm working on.
Thank you. Great. So I'm not going that way.
Oh, dex save.
Okay. As that happens, the Ooze Master lashes out with its pseudopod at Mord. Mord, with disadvantage.
No,
Whew.
I think the 8 might miss you.
just barely.
Just. So, Telaise, you see writhing black tentacles. Yep.
So he lost the disadvantage from Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yes, thank you.
See, the problem here is I can't bonus action disengage. I would actually have to only move 30 feet, and I would be smack in the middle of these fun tentacles. So, thanks, guys. Oh, no.
You should have a resistance by now.
Resistance to tentacles?
Resistance to tentacles.
A resistance to gropey tentacles, yeah.
Though technically, I think Dawn's are described as milky.
Yeah, his was
That's
white.
worse.
Not
It
better.
was so much worse. It was so much worse.
That is worse.
It was so much worse.
Milky or ebony?
So, since she can't go that way, she's gonna
At
back
least
up a
they're
little
not
bit.
both.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go that way, so all of our plans have been ruined, y'all.
Gee, I wonder what that would be like.
Okay.
And Telaise, anything else for you? So, as you begin to hurl your string of insults at the Ooze Master, you realize he just wants to be your friend. Can't we all get along? May I have a wisdom saving throw DC of 15, please?
Is this a charm effect?
This is... You are not charmed, but it is a charm effect. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to it, so...
Okay, so I have advantage on this then.
Sounds good. DC 15, wisdom with advantage. On the nose. You force the Ooze Master to make a wisdom saving throw in return. He does pass, unaffected by your insults.
There's a charm off, guys.
I mean, who knew? Telaise, any other activity for you?
No.
You got
I'm
it.
pretty sure can't get much further away from him.
X, there's tentacles like right there next to you.
Well, I mean, they won't hurt me if I just like put my hand in it, right?
I mean, they might not.
I mean, they might not. I'm gonna try to see if I can put my hand on Waverly over here.
Hmm.
Hey, Waverly, we're going for a little trip. May or may
Okay.
not be in our favorite rocket ship.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to pull her 5 feet to the left here.
All right.
If she's okay with that.
Waverly, are you now? This will be effectively a grapple that you are surrendering to. So it will take an action to do this. Waverly, are you surrendering to the grapple?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I will trust Valandra.
Nope. It's X.
I'll trust X.
You should not trust little gnomes
Yeah,
that are
don't-
paranoid.
Not paranoid little
That's a
gnomes.
terrible idea.
But you do
I'm
get
gonna-
dragged out of range of the tentacles before they can wrap you up.
That's pretty good.
And then X, that was an action. Anything bonusy or other movement?
Step out of the square, Waverly. There you go.
Circle gets the square. No, I got nothing else.
All right. So, as you pull Waverly back, as you move further into the room, suddenly, what some have feared occurs. The walls, the ceiling, everything that's white starts to move. The doorways are closed as an enormous white ooze
No.
that you are now entirely within
No, I don't like it.
begins to make its attacks. Meridia and Valandra, you are on the outside.
Let's just run all the way through. It's totally fine.
It'll be okay.
It wasn't oozy, thanks.
It wasn't oozy. It is, however, big and attacking.
I knew it was a bad idea, but Valandra didn't, so...
Hey, the paranoid people were like, this is probably not a good idea to just run through this place.
It'll be fine. A pseudopod reaches down to smack at the one who's ventured furthest into it. X. 21?
Oh, God.
This is where we die.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Where we die.
That'll be okay?
Yeah, that'll be okay. That'll
All right. That'll hit. 25 points of bludgeoning damage, 6 points of acid, and please apply a -1 penalty to your armor class for any non-magical armor you might be wearing.
Check.
Dawn, you have started your turn in the belly of the beast, and the white
Ow.
maw strikes at you. A 21
Yup.
God.
for 36 points of damage, and it also chews away a bit of your armor.
He's not wearing none, so...
Dawn. Oh, your poor fur. Oh, Dawn. It is your
Well, he's
turn,
got
though.
Magic. That's minus 36.
Oh. The worst part of this is I can't heal you guys right now.
There's a lot of maw between you and them right now.
Think he can Gnome
But
again.
can we still see in there?
You cannot. It has closed off. It is an opaque white ooze.
So it's the ooze is targetable from the other room.
It is targetable. Yes, you can hit it from where you are, but you can't see through it.
Is there any movement restrictions
Oh, you
being
can
inside of this?
you can run all around inside of it. You can even run to that pillar that's over there. There is a pillar still in the middle. I just can't make it transparent.
A black pillar that maybe you should go for.
Is that gonna help?
I don't think it's home base, Waverly.
Probably not.
You could actually... get out. That's also... Exiting it would be like an attack of opportunity.
You
I'm
cannot
guessing.
exit it. It has closed over the doors. So
Oh, you
basically,
mean, like...
it is now
Okay.
a bubble around you.
Okay.
You will be digested for 10,000 years in its stomach.
I refuse!
That takes time. That's... at least. I don't have any humanoid blood.
Theoretically, you have your own.
Yeah, but it has to
it's
be
a humanoid that's been
died.
killed.
Yeah.
In the past 24 hours.
So if either of the ones next to you die,
Theoretically, yes.
If I die, you may use my blood. Okay.
However, I'm not sure you're gonna make it that long.
No. I'm looking at what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't like.
well, I
this.
could tentacle it back, theoretically.
Do it. Do it.
It can't run away.
No,
It
it
can't
would
get
just
away from it.
I'll cast Hunger of Hadar on that pillar.
Okay,
Like around the centered around the pillar.
sure. Go ahead and give me a casting of Hunger to Dar, Gateway Between the Worlds. Ra-pa-pa. No light or magical otherwise. Yep. Okay. Creature starts its turn in that area. You're starting. I mean, it's a box within a box kind of thing, but that's okay. Yep. Sure. That
Does it do damage
appears
at first, or does it have to wait?
on its turn.
Okay.
Yeah, at the beginning and at the end of its turn.
Yep.
His final spell.
So we got a Hunger of Hadar going on.
I could make a circle. It'll. Hold Alt for a circle.
Yep.
Roughly that.
Seems good.
Roughly, I'm not quite sure where the
You
pillar is.
got it. That's pretty close. Dawn, any other activity for you?
No. He's stuck.
Waverly, unfortunately, you are also within the Great White Maw.
Yes, I am.
You are attacked by a pseudopod. Pair of 21s.
Yeah, that would have hit me. I'm gonna use my reaction to uncanny dodge that
Oh,
because holy shit.
take that down to a 12. And unfortunately, scrub one off of your armor as it is burned away if that is non-magical armor.
Non-magical metal armor. If you're not wearing metal armor, it doesn't have
Oh, yeah, that's
an
correct.
effect on you.
Yes, sorry.
I am wearing leather.
Leather, you are fine.
Like I was like, wait a second, like looking at that, like wait a minute.
No.
Is it studded? No.
All right. I am going to. Okay, so I am inside a giant ooze.
Mm-hmm.
I could stab it from the inside, but I could also lightning bolt it from the inside. We are going to do that.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to aim it. We're going to aim over in this direction because I know none of my friends were over there. Can we see through it, or is it opaque on the inside too?
Opaque on the inside too. It looks like it looks like white stone, really.
Okay. All right. Well, I know. Then in that case, I know that my friends weren't over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Ignore the sneak damage.
No, because you've got friends adjacent to it.
It's not.
I do.
It's not a melee or ranged attack though, which I believe the sneak needs. But 32 points is still a pretty solid hit. Dexterity saving throw. I don't think these guys are great at this, since they have a
How do you dodge something
Can it
that's
succeed?
inside you? How do you dodge something that's inside you?
I mean, I don't think he's
It's
going
true.
to.
It literally
You
can't.
don't. That's the
It
answer.
can't get out of the way.
I mean, it actually can because it's amorphous. It could move out of the way, but it doesn't. And it takes all 32 of those points of damage. and you see scorching and shattering on the far wall.
Unfortunately, I think it might have a couple more hit points than that.
It does probably. Waverly,
Probably.
anything else for you?
No. Like, no, I think that's it.
Okay, and you got it. Mord. Some bad stuff's happening behind you, some bad stuff's happening in front of you. Which direction are you dealing with?
That's a good question there, Casey.
You get that one, I'll get this one.
I'm not
confidence.
sure if that's how it's gonna work.
Oh, it's gonna work. Don't worry.
Does the slime look? Are you gonna? No. Okay. Does the slime look impermeable on this side?
The big white one?
Yes, the big white one.
You're like, I can chop through that. That's no problem. Just give me a pickaxe. You're dwarven. This is just white stone. You could probably make a nice statue, but there's also these squidgy black tentacles on the ground in front of you, and this big pillar of red ooze. So it's not going to be an easy day's work.
Right, I understand. Okay. So if Valandra says that she's got it, I am going to... one sec, guys.
Does the opacity stop sound as well?
I mean, it mutes it. It's like hearing through a foot-thick stone. But, I mean, you can hear a little.
This is entirely too much ooze!
I mean, it is a lot of ooze. It is a gargantuan ooze. And like George Washington's white horse, it is actually gray. Mord's building up the anticipation.
Roll the drums.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's your drum roll.
It's a good drum roll. All right, hang on. I gotta move this out of the way for a second. There's a drawing floating in there that was driving me nuts. All right, there you go.
I'm gonna give it a 50-50 shot.
50-50?
Staying up through the next round.
It can miss. We'll give him...
Sorry about that.
No problem.
There was a spider apparently, and it needed to be taken care of.
Didn't you tell them we've got bigger things to deal with? Enormous oozes and ooze masters? Spiders. That's like first level stuff.
Okay. So if Valandra said that she is going to take care of it, then I am going to trust her and try to attack the ooze master. I think he's going to go into a rage and try to break concentration on the Evard's black tentacles.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and see a rageful attack. .16's going to hit. 10 is some damage. He is going to try and not drop his concentration. The first must be a 10. He's okay. The second must also be a 10. He's still okay. Everard's tentacles stay up for the moment. The Ooze Master takes another 19 points of damage. and does not look pleased by this turn of events. Mord, anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay. You thought that was it, but it's not. Please give me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Aha! Finally, the poison burns you for 2.
You mean acid?
Acid burns you for 2. Sorry about that.
So 1. Okay.
I got so excited that it just
It does 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage. Valandra, however, standing in the
Does that mean that my cloak is no longer functioning?
What is the details on that cloak? Does it say an attack hits you, or does it say you take damage?
I don't actually recall. I'll look that up in a sec.
Take a read through that when you get a chance. And in the meantime, Valandra, Everard's tentacles are attempting to grasp you. They're going to do 9 points of damage unless you do a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
That is not likely.
9 points of bludgeoning damage dealt to you as they bat you about. I don't think you're concentrating on anything, though. So go ahead and take a turn. You are...
Valandra, did we say... I'm sorry. We said that... Did we say whether or not sound comes through?
Sound does... It's muted and faint, but you can hear each other. You are also restrained at the moment because of the tentacles.
Yeah, I'm... Okay, I don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
Valandra will blow the horn of Valhalla.
Okie dokie.
Very, very alarmed by not being able to see several of her siblings, and probably hearing them getting hurt through there.
You got it. So please roll me 2d4. Plus
2d4 plus 2.
5. Warrior spirits of the Berserker type. Please go ahead and drag them on.
Just a moment.
Yep.
I'm just getting them on the board first. Okay.
And please arrange them
If you
where
take
What?
damage.
If you take
So
damage,
my
okay.
cloak is no longer functioning.
Cloak is disabled. So as the warriors appear, Valandra will play it the same way as last time. They will go on your initiative come the next round as they stagger out of the mists of history. And Meridia... Oh, sorry, Valandra, anything else for you?
That was not the way we played it last, but...
Oh, did we? What did we do?
We had them roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and give me an initiative roll for one of them.
Okay.
16. Actually, they're going to come up next. Awesome. So throw one of these guys on here.
So while placing them, question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this space, these spaces...
Let me move the guy right here for a second. So basically the only spot where the maw skin is that little line right there just to the north of where Meridia is.
Okay.
So right about there is where it actually exists. The rest is real stone wall.
Wait, what? Oh.
So basically, if you see where the lighter area is, those 2 squares are it. Yep, right there. The rest are real stone wall.
That changes a lot. Okay.
Have them try to get the Ooze Master down.
Yeah. And I guess I will. Let me see.
So as you conjure them all into existence, if I could have you roll a DC 15 Constitution saving throw for each of them.
Okay.
So the last 3 are going to take whatever this is in acid damage as their turn starts. The last 3 take 7 acidic
2.
damage.
The last
You rolled
2,
too many.
he rolled 6.
Oh, last 2.
No, the first one was
Sorry.
the initiative.
Oh,
The
okay.
dex
Yeah.
check. So yeah, the last 3.
Yeah, that's not going to stop them from making their attacks, though, so fire away when ready.
And all right. And Valandra will cast. Well, wait a minute. She's restrained. Does that give disadvantage on spell attacks? Like if it was my spiritual weapon attacking?
No.
Would that be a disadvantage? No.
No.
Okay. So she will cast spiritual weapon at 4th level, and it will attack the large ooze. Wow. Okay.
That is a heck of a hit from that spiritual weapon. 19 plus 9 is 28 points of damage. Krachow.
And I'm restrained, so I cannot move. So that would be my turn.
Mm-hmm. And then the Berserkers have taken their acid damage. And then Berserkers, what are you doing?
Okay, just a moment. So it was 3 of them took 7?
3 of them took 7.
Okay, just a moment. They are all going to make reckless attacks at the Ooze Master.
Certainly may.
Okay.
Oh, pause, stop. Whoa, slow down.
What?
They begin hacking into it, and they hack the Ooze Master to death. You can see that the animated form, that body that's been floating within the ooze, goes still and separated, body parts floating off in other directions. However, that big pillar of ooze remains stretching from floor to ceiling. The first and second of the attackers were needed to finish it off, and they will each take.
So the damage is that at the starter?
Say it again.
Thomas, you completely digitized.
Yep. Say it one more time.
The turn?
I have no idea what you said.
Okay, so the first 2 attacks struck and killed the Ooze Master, causing Everett's tentacles to fall. The other 3 did not need to make their attacks and are free to move about. They can get up to the spot where the spiritual weapon is and also get in an attack on the big gray ooze if they choose. Thomas, you still with us? Uh-oh.
Zay, are you still there?
No, the internet.
No.
Come back. It's been a connection kind of night for us. Give him another minute or two, see if we can recover the internet.
I'm shooting him a text.
Dungeons & Dragons is all about anticipating killing the players. So,
Their internet died. They're trying to reconnect it.
okay, no problem.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm going to guess the three berserkers that are left are going to take turns taking swings at the big white maw.
Very likely.
So I can go ahead and take care of that. Where are we at, berserker? Let's open you up. Let's give you... Actually, all players have access to that, so if someone would like to volunteer to take the berserk swings for the berserkers, we'll get that out of the way.
Is that a thing?
Should be a monster available to you guys called berserkers.
Creatures
I see.
and monsters.
I found that it's not in a group thing. Like,
Oh, there it is. It's at the
how
top.
many? Like, I have it open. How many need rolling?
So we're going to need 3 attack rolls with advantage. 17, 15, 12.
Were they all recklessing?
Those
Yes.
are all going to hit. And that is 14, 24, 35 points of damage. Boop. Unfortunately, that is going to apply a -1 to damage rolls for each of those axes as it strikes the white maw. And that will actually be all 5 of them are now at a -1 to damage because 2 hit the red, 3 hit the white. And we'll see if we can get Meridia to hop back in and say what she's doing. Oh, I heard the bing.
Hey, it's Meridia. Say, can you hear us?
So the internet took a shit, obviously. What? I think I'm not supposed to swear, maybe.
Nope, you're
That's
fine.
fine. I swear all the time.
That's fine.
I'm tethering off my phone, but I'm told that it needs to be reset a couple of times. But failing that, I'll just let him tether off my phone also real quick here.
No problem. So here's what I think I know. The berserkers are going to attack the big white maw. We took care of that. They did a good deal of damage. Then it's going to bring it around to your turn, and you are standing right next to this big white maw. What would you like to do? And we can push the buttons for you to move it along.
I mean, I think I can push the buttons here.
Oh, sure.
I think we're good, unless it like unloaded for some reason. But I mean, I'm just gonna blast it.
Sure can. Fire away. Whoop.
Senpai's. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Pretend that
sorry.
didn't happen.
Nope.
Senpai's busy. Do I still get to hex?
You can move the hex? No.
I think there's a specific.
Kyle, you
invocation
know how to
that
do
allows
hex.
you
If
How
to
does
it's
hex
killed
work?
the creature, then it just kind of floats and you can reapply it to a different creature as a bonus action. But
So-
only if the
Okay.
original
Yeah,
creature
well-
died.
The original
So,
creature has
yes.
died.
Didn't we establish it then? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna actually hit the right button.
You got it. That's a hit. Give me one more of those. Nice hit. That is 16, and give me one more hex. 19.
And I would again apply it to its strength.
24.
I hit buttons I didn't mean to hit. Ignore that.
You got it. You're fighting your way through. So he is weaked. You have blasted. You have hexed. You're still standing next to a really big, ugly thing. Are you going to stay next to it, or are you going to back away?
Back away. Good.
Seems like a reasonable move. And as you do, that's going to bring up Telaise. Telaise, it's big, it's white, and it's nasty. What are you doing, though?
It's big, it's white, it's nasty, and it's corrosive, so I ain't going anywhere near it.
That's true.
It's moving.
Nah, just putting it back where it belongs.
Actually.
It's still disturbing to see something that large moving about.
I may actually take a whack at it physically because I have a magical weapon. So let's see here. So she'll get up on top of it here.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello!
Oh, God. Okay.
3.
All right, Thomas, your berserkers did good damage against the White Maul. All 5 berserkers are at -1 damage as their weapons have slightly corroded.
3.
All 5. 3 went off the Maul, 2 went off the red guy. So their weapons were all corroded by 1. But
The question I was trying to ask was that original 7 damage that they took that 3 of them took from starting next to the red pillar.
Yep.
Was that at the start of their turn?
Yes, though all the monsters start at the same time.
Wouldn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they operate on the same initiative.
Okay.
And then Telaise, I heard you might be running up to smack it.
Yep, she's gonna run up and she's gonna smack it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. That's a hit. That's 5 points of damage.
And she'll back up. She bonks it and she backs up.
Come on. As you back up from inside, you hear a whip-like crack as a pseudopod stretches down from the ceiling to try and smack at X. X, I think that might hit.
Oh, 24 will hit, and... Alright, shield won't help. 16, 15 acid. That'd be 7. That's 1 off. Okay, yeah, no, I'm done.
Unconscious?
Yeah, no temp, no... Yep, no.
Unconscious. So as X falls, the first victim of the White Maul then acts on its own initiative, striking down with a pseudopod. It's aiming for Dawn. Dawn.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, that hits and he's very down.
It's rolling well at the moment. Dawn falls unconscious. Dawn, I need you to immediately make me a death saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Edgar. Edgar actually gets a pseudopod attack at this point, too.
Was Edgar still on Dawn's shoulder?
Dawn is now unconscious.
That doesn't stop Edgar from being on his shoulder,
I guess that's true. Edgar, is Edgar staying on your shoulder throughout this?
Yeah,
Okay.
So he's immune to damage.
Edgar is immune to damage.
Until Dawn dies, but yeah.
And yeah, but then I think he just piffs out.
I think he may. So that's going to bring us to Waverly. Waverly inside the White Maw. A pseudopod.
God.
A 19, Waverly, for a chunk of damage.
I would like to expend a lucky point and make you re-roll that.
You re-roll it. You re-roll.
Oh,
you
I re-roll
You
it.
re-roll.
You
Okay.
roll a d. You roll a
hang on.
d20.
It is going to get a +8 to whatever you roll.
Okay. There we go. Let's roll low.
So.
However, it is your turn again, so you do have a reaction, so you can have that.
I can still have that.
So 34 in half, I'm going to say is 17?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Fine. This is fine.
It's all fine. How are you?
Doesn't feel fine. This feels really bad.
This feels really bad. I'm still up. I am still up. Let's go down fighting. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to spend. See, how does it? I can spend 2 uses of the Wand of Lightning Bolt. Let me double check the rules on that, actually.
Every extra charge is a higher level, so every extra charge gives 1 extra d6 lightning damage.
Okay, yeah, okay. We're gonna use 3 charges.
So it's a 10d6 lightning bolt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What you aiming at? Is it Edgar?
No. Just off into the middle of the ooze again.
May I see 10d6 lightning damage, please?
Dawn is making death saving throws.
There's that.
We can hear you, Thomas.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 22 plus 4, 26 points of lightning damage.
Could have been better, but could have been worse.
Still a healthy chunk of damage. Waverly, anything else for you?
No. Not unless I can drink a potion as a bonus action.
Not as a bonus action, no.
then that is my turn.
Mord, however. Mord, what are you doing?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
I wasn't talking.
Okay.
Just looking over stuff I had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nope. Mord is going to run up to the the slime.
Yep.
He is going to be recklessly slashing at it and try to break through into the creature.
Okay. You rush up. You make your reckless attack. You hit, and you hit hard. 15, 25, 27 points of magical damage. However, you do not manage to cut a hole in it. Any slice or opening you manage closes almost immediately due to the amorphous form of the gray ooze.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Any other activity?
Back up so other people can get in there and hit it.
Can I move up to where that spiritual weapon is?
You can occupy the same space as the spiritual weapon.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that it wasn't blocked off by the ooze.
It's like halfsies, but we'll give it to you. And Valandra.
Hey, could we polymorph this guy?
What happens if you polymorph?
I don't know what happens to people in your stomach if you're
Yeah.
polymorphed.
Because they're
Are
still
we in
inside of
its
it.
stomach, or is it just like spread out around the root? Like,
Well, I don't think it really
it's
has
all
a stomach,
burden-
does it?
You're technically inside of it.
You're
Yeah, but
inside of it, yeah.
but we're not like, it's not like a gelatinous cube or like this pillar situation. We could still move around and stuff.
You can still move around.
It's sort of
It
like
would-
painted across the floor and the walls and the ceiling.
It would be like if you were inside the stomach of a whale and then I polymorphed the whale, you would still be in the stomach. And I don't know what that would do. That to me, it sounds like crushing damage.
Spiritual weapon strikes out, does 14 points of damage. That's a good hit.
Then. How is everybody out here looking?
Healthy.
Totally fine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we need to get in there. That's.
No, I know. I'm just. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I'll just booming blade it. Oh, I will move up. Oh no, if it's in this square, I'm technically
Yeah, you can hit it from there.
Right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
15 is going to hit 17 points of booming damage.
Of bludgeoning, thunder, and radiant damage.
Bludgeoning, thunder, and radiant damage. It's a big combination.
Is it looking at all damaged to us?
I mean, it's definitely damage. You are denting it and tearing it and cutting it and scorching it and all kinds of things, but there's really no way to tell a level of damage for it.
We have no frame of reference for an ooze, especially this big.
Yeah, because you're seeing a 10-foot square of it out of something that must be hundreds of square feet.
That's my turn, anyway.
And berserkers.
Okay, so 5 reckless attacks coming up.
Oh, so hang on. Whoa! You're quick at this. As the first berserker runs up to show you how it's done, it slashes into the ooze, and it just falls to pieces.
Oh, excellent.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
I thought I was gonna die for real.
So.
Okay.
Now.
Are we out of initiative?
So let's see. Is anyone severely dying? No. Do I have any enemies to hit you with? No. Congratulations. You have killed the Ooze Master and the White Maw. Let's do a little...
Was it taking damage from the...
It was taking damage from the set there. Not, unfortunately, a lot because it was immune to a large portion of what you were doing to it. But...
At least until Dawn fell over.
At least until Dawn fell over. So
Valandra will run in and preserve life. Both Dawn and X take 20 hit points.
Sounds good. Preserve life is your use of a
Channel Divinity.
Channel Divinity? You got it. Everybody please keep track of all the expendables you are using because you're gonna need them. And congratulations. You have reached the next 2 white gates to the north and to the northeast. You cannot see through them, you cannot hear through them, but you know you can lower them with your key, and I think that's where we're going to pick up next week. So, there is an inky black pool to the southwest.
So we have a key, or we need a key?
You have the key to these doors.
But we need them for the
But
next.
this isn't the one going out of the Ooze Grotto?
Correct.
No.
To the north, which will be way up in this direction, where the map indicates you would be moving to the area of the Predator Pools. That is where you will need a key that is attuned to the Predator Pools. And from what X has informed you, someone in this area should have those keys.
Nobody's dropped a key yet?
Nobody has dropped a key yet.
Oh, we're gonna have to go down to that pool.
I mean,
Can
in
we-
Well, there's several other rooms to explore in the ooze area.
lots of
several.
rooms. Lots of
Maybe we
places to
sit
go.
for perhaps an hour or so.
Well, here's the thing about that. If we sit for an hour or so, we will have wasted our Horn of Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not wasted.
Very important usage of that Horn of Valhalla, but it will not return to you for 7 days.
Well,
others-
send them at the black ooze that's down
So,
yonder way.
other thing that you are aware of, this is meant to be a fast-paced assault. The other teams have warned you that, hey, the more you rest, the more likely you're going to be in trouble as alarms start going off.
Okay.
It's fine
So
to
we
rest.
shouldn't-
You take it if you need it. But you have been cautioned that, yeah, we're hitting hard and fast here.
I forgot I had potions of healings.
Those are also important.
This hard and fast thing is really going to be a problem.
Yeah, it is. It is. We're
Well,
gonna-
so options, I could just heal people just with my staff, or we could take 10 minutes and I could do a prayer of healing, or we could take an hour and just use hit dice.
Let's not take an hour if we don't have to.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
I'd like the bonus of these guys while they're here.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we should probably use potions that we have while we have them and save your staff for after that.
And maybe don't rush into rooms when we haven't cleared
Yeah.
the one in. Lesson learned.
Dawn is
Lesson
going to
learned.
be blasting the floor of every room they go into from here forth.
I mean, it's not a bad way to handle things. So let's see here. You have defeated the Great White Maw. You have defeated the Ooze Master. Where'd you go, Ooze Master? Oozy.
Does the Ooze Master have anything on him?
He does not.
Do you want to dig inside that acid trap to get in?
I mean, you guys have Mage Hand and a few other tricks that you can manipulate things without burning yourselves, but a little bit of poking around just reveals a dead and desiccated body floating about in there. If you do drag it out, it's bones and skull and creepy bits.
Meaning he was dead the whole time.
He was dead the whole time.
Ugh.
He...
What's that?
a lich?
Would someone like to roll me an Arcana?
With assistance?
I cast guidance.
Arcana.
You have help, so you might as well roll it anyway.
Yeah. Oh yes.
25.
Oh yes. So as you inspect the corpse, it has been long dead, and it has been floating in an acidic ooze. It is some form of lich or undead, though not the traditional kind. And unfortunately, you do not find any sign that the phylactery or soul storage is in this area. So, while you have defeated it, according to lore and legend, it is not yet destroyed. You do know...
Do we have any idea with that 25 how long it's likely to take to come back? Whether it's likely to be within the next 8 hours.
Well, that's a heck of a question.
That's the only question at the moment.
Well,
you would suspect it would be longer than this adventure assault should take. And you do know the goal of the other team is an assault on the phylactery storage area. So, there's hope that the Ooze Master will not remember you and seek revenge at a later point. But that depends on how well you all do on activating those black gates for the B team.
Great.
and then how well they do assaulting a bunch of liches. Sons of liches. So let's see here. The Ooze Master also worth a significant amount of experience. We're going to divide that. There are 7 of you today. Each of you gains 1,685 experience for your combat efforts. Well done. You do not, however, find any pretty gear in this area, as everything seems to be melted, destroyed, or eaten. And then what was the final plan? Are we making an assault on the Black Puddle? Are we heading north, northeast, or are we waiting some time?
That prayer of healing, is it something like you can do ritual cast?
No, it takes 10 minutes.
It's not a spell, it's a feature.
No, Prayer of Healing is a spell. Preserve Life
is
is a feature.
Hmm.
Prayer of Healing is a 2nd level spell that's a mass heal, but it's not a non-combat one.
I just really don't want you expending spell slots because we're only in the 2nd area and we've got at least 2 more after this. But we've got some really hurt people, so I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I've got spell slots, and I do have the Staff of Healing. And if we are thinking we might take a rest at some point, I can also use my other Preserve Life to get people up to half, at least, and then heal people. How far down are people?
Dawn and Waverly are really hurt.
Yeah.
How many hit points gets you to half?
To half? A handful.
More than a handful. Where's my calculator? I can't do math right now.
You each have 20 already.
I didn't get 20. I wasn't down.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was Dawn and X.
Yeah, I'm like 7-8 hit points away from half. I'm at 14 out of 43.
I would need 3. Sorry, I'm listening to the Twitch stream. So I'm like 45 seconds behind.
Dawn,
Yes.
how far below half are you?
Like I said, it's like a handful. Like 6, maybe.
Okay. That's probably not worth the other Preserve Life then.
This dungeon is terrible.
Yeah, this is a.
He's gonna take
I mean,
the Healy potion.
You can always give up on rescuing Valandra's mother and just take one of those black gates that could spit you back out into the world. Abandoning the B team to probably
we don't care
die.
about the B team.
I mean, I mean, they're such nice people, though.
Sorry, Valandra doesn't care about the B team, but she's not leaving.
I mean, it's like they knew your motivations for some reason.
It's like we told them or something.
I mean, pretty open about that. So, some healing has been done. Some words exchanged.
So do we want to take that 10 minutes?
No. Because if Dawn stays far enough back, he'll be alright.
Let's save it. I'll drink a potion.
Okay, and then I'll just ask if you guys know what you want to do, so next week we can dive in fairly quickly. Are you thinking north, northeast, or southwest to the Black Puddle?
I'm thinking we should go north.
I'm thinking north.
That was a very disappointing potion.
I mean, sometimes potions are disappointing. So,
Did we buy this one? Like, can we get our money back?
can you get a refund? So I heard north.
I mean, I think a majority of the ones that we have are ones that Valandra and Dawn made.
So I did.
Okay, well,
I
who
did
do I
hear.
blame?
I did hear north. Is that the direction we are heading?
Anybody against going north?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
So this was just a pillar of light surrounded by black,
Inky black water.
quote unquote, water.
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 Water. It's like water ice. You say two words, but they mean something completely different. Night X.
Night.
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 All right. So when we come back next week, we will start off at the northern door. We will dive in and carry forward from there. Thank you all for playing. We will pick up. We will do our awards when you exit the ooze area. So when we get to the predator pools, or we do that, we'll do our nominations. So please keep your suggestion list handy. Questions, comments, concerns before we break?
None that I can think of.
Cool.
No.
Thank you all for playing. Hope you're having fun. Welcome again to the Doom Vault. It has that name for a reason. And we'll pick up next week. Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.